What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Kids Chronicles. All right, so we're back for episode number 4 of Kicking It with Keith. Can y'all believe that? Man, y'all look. Okay, I ain't gonna do all that just yet. So today I actually have somebody who I'm very excited to be able to pick their brain because they actually do what it is that I want to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and introduce my buddy. His name is Jaylin White, and he's actually a comedian in LA. So just like y'all see that scrolling down there, make sure y'all go look him up at Jaylin White LA. I'm gonna go ahead and bring my buddy on and let's get this thing going.
Hey,
What's up, friend? How you doing?
pretty good. Okay, you got some production going on
We got
around
some
here.
stuff going on, and it's the new year. Listen, y'all. So by the
Yes.
time this thing airs, it's gonna be the new year. So tonight is our New Year's episode. So yeah, happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
All right, Jaylin. So I just want to go ahead and let you know. I like to let everybody know that I really appreciate you taking time to just take time out and believe in me and my platform, and just let me get on here and probe you and put you out in front of the people. So I'm really hoping that anybody that supports me, make sure that they go out and support you because support Black business. Support me, bitch. Just saying. So yeah. With that being said, Jaylin, go ahead and let us know a little bit about yourself. Where are you from, and what do you do?
Well, I'm Jaylin White. I am originally from Pasadena, California. That is like 20 minutes outside of LA. So I don't like to say I'm a native, but technically I am. And I do stand-up comedy. You said what?
I said you're from the hood.
Right. You know what I'm saying. And I do stand-up comedy as well as I'm a hairstylist.
You're a hairstylist? You don't know how I do no hair?
Well, listen, I'm wrapping up my cosmetology program. I'll be done in February.
Really? Were you good at hair before you started cosmetology?
No, not at all. Not at all. I used to work in a salon. I used to be a receptionist, and then I went on to be a salon manager. So I was like, I could possibly jump in.
All right, so I'm just saying on the level of 1 to 10, what you put in your hair? Because you still in school, so let's give yourself some. You ain't got to be.
I'll say I'm like a solid 8.
You can braid and stuff.
Okay, my braiding and my hair cutting isn't there, but like I can do some coloring. I color down, and I can style like a motherfucker.
Okay. Well, let's get off your hairstyling because I don't want them to be like, this man can't do nothing with no hair. I'm just playing. I'm just.
Follow my hair page, Beauty X Theory.
What is it?
Beauty X Theory.
Beauty X Theory?
Yep.
Absolutely. So what I'm gonna do real quick while we're on here.
I know who you had on here the last time. I'm kind of honored after, I was just on my Vidster yesterday. So.
Hold on, what? What?
I was going to say, because I see the name floating at the bottom, and I was going to say, I know who you had on here before me. I'm honored. I'm following behind. Big fan.
I'm crying, but yeah, it was definitely a good interview. So that's. I'm dead. You should be honored. He should be honored as well because I'm anybody that I've invited here, I've invited for a special reason. So everybody should definitely feel honored that they're on this platform with each other for real. So let me finish. So you said Beauty X Theory. So is it just BEAUTY
X and then
the letter X and then okay.
Yeah. I say, don't get me the line. I'm on my Kim Zolciak today.
You got the red cup
with the straw.
Don't be toddy to the potty.
Oh.
Wow, there we go. All right, so make sure that y'all are following my homeboy. Follow his regular page at Jaylin White LA, and then go look up his beauty page at Beauty X Theory. So definitely make sure y'all supporting this man in every facet that you can. So I'm not really the hair gay, so I don't really got a whole bunch of questions about your cosmetology career. However, I would love to pick your brain, friend. Are you ready for some of these questions I got for you?
Yes, let's do it.
All right, let's get it. Okay, I actually before cosmetologist, before comedian, what was your if you could think back, what was your very first career choice? What was something was it like a police officer, a fireman?
I wanted to be a healthcare administrator.
That
So
a dream job?
yeah, I wanted to run like a facility of some sort, like a mental health facility. Like I wanted to be what Megan the Stallion just
Yeah.
graduated with. I
Yep.
wanted that degree. And
What
I
is
got
your sign?
support. You said what?
What's your sign?
I'm a Virgo.
You're a Virgo. When's your birthday?
September 22nd, the last day.
Do y'all have control issues?
Absolutely.
I can tell because this is the second time within 5 minutes of us being live that you was like, I used to run a salon, and so I feel like I could do that. And you like, so basically, yeah, I feel you know I got control issues too. I don't like nothing going down without me.
What's your sign?
Huh?
What's your sign?
I'm an Aries,
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm probably whatever you are times 100. I don't know.
Right.
Well, apparently everybody got these negative, things about us. Whatever.
My bad.
I think we're fun. So you said you wanted to be a healthcare administrator.
Right.
Okay. Was that due to did you have old people in your life or something like that? Did you just want to? Well, no, because you said you wanted to do psychology.
Well, yeah, I wanted to kind of be in that world. My mom was a nurse and therapist, case manager. My aunt is a doctor. A lot of my cousins are nurses. So I just thought I wanted to be in that world.
Well, let me tell you something. You still got time,
Still got
but
time.
also your callings are what you're currently doing, and I'm glad. I'm not glad, but I'm just thankful that I was able to, come across you as a comedian and not a healthcare administrator because
Right.
that ain't fun. Like what?
Right.
Uh-uh. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's lucrative, but what? Uh-uh. Now you too fun. They've been and looked at you like when you was in there, like,
Yeah. I wouldn't have fit in. I mean, I would have, but I wouldn't have at the same time.
man, I got on a lit up necklace and a lit up hat. I understand completely, and my headphones was over the hat, so I got you. I understand. All right. So, when did you decide that you wanted to become a comedian?
Well, as I was quitting going to school for healthcare administration, I started auditioning for acting schools in LA, and I ended up getting into this one called Theater of Arts Hollywood. And in their final term, they had us take a stand up comedy class. And for your final, you had to go perform at the Comedy Store, which is like the big leagues in LA per se. And then so I went and performed, did my final, and I just kept getting booked over and over. So I was just like, maybe this is a thing for me.
So, if they like you, they'll bring you back. It's not like you got to keep trying to go back and like get on. They'll be like, "Hey, we need you to come back."
Yeah, if they really like you, if you bring people out, if they think that you're funny, yeah, they'll just keep emailing you and booking you over and over. And yeah.
That
And
is
then you
lit.
start
Because
getting booked in other places.
I actually one of the questions on here I did want to ask, how your first time on stage was. Was it nerve wracking? Like, was it something like, or was it just something where you just went out there and just? I'm sure you probably had some sort of performer's anxiety before getting on the stage, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still nervous. Like, I'd be ready to throw up in my mouth every time,
Woo!
every time. But and then I just drink a little Hennessy and go
Yeah,
for it. Like, and that's how it was the first time. Like, I didn't know how I was going to land. We didn't do no like shows up until that point. It was just the class and you doing it in front of the class. So you didn't know what the reaction of the audience was going to be. But it like worked out and it was like the quickest 6 minutes of my life.
really.
Yeah.
I just, I don't want to make this about me, but I'm just like, I'm so listen, friend. I'm so scared of rejection. Because let's not get it twisted. I'm a comedian, definitely,
Yeah.
but I'm scared. I don't know what it is. So I'm. Do you ever? Have you ever had like a moment where the crowd didn't receive you well?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's a
was it a
part of
was it a
it.
joke you said, or was it just like they wasn't feeling you from the time you came on?
Well, I'll say I've had two instances. The first, I was in Silver Lake, and that's the white girls' town. and I was at the Lyric Hyperion Cafe, and I scared all those white people just from me walking in to me getting up. Like I was just loud and black and gay, and they were dry the whole time. And I had
Yeah.
10 minutes. I was on stage for 10 minutes, and I didn't get much of a response at all.
But you had to keep pushing though, didn't
I
you?
had to keep pushing. I had to finish. The
Yeah.
comedians loved me
Yeah.
because we all be like, "Oh, I like your writing. I like your point of view, whatever." But the audience didn't give a fuck about me. It was just I went home sad. My self esteem was wrapped up in that. That's what it does to you. You'd be like,
I
"It's
know.
me. They hate me."
Yeah.
And then the next time I performed for the gays, my first time for the gays, and they were just, and they tried to windmill me in the parking lot after.
What?
Yeah.
Why would they try to win me? What'd you say about them?
It wasn't about them. I was talking about growing up poor, and I, I was talking about growing up poor, and Magic Johnson used to own this thing called Rent a Center, and like you could get rent to own furniture, and I was talking about that, and I was like, Magic Johnson, I'm still in debt. Sometimes I wish Magic Johnson would catch a cold, and in hindsight, I understand,
Yeah.
how it landed, and then I didn't make it any better because I'm like, we take prep now, like we're superhuman. We can survive anything, and yeah,
I could see how the entire community of gay people could be upset about that. But at the same time, that's the beauty of having other people who understand comedy around you. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because really, you got to be almost nearly around people who are. I'm not. Well, I don't know. I'm the most sensitive person in the world, but I would joke on you all day long. I won't make fun of you, but I would joke about you all day long. But
yeah,
you got to definitely find people who, and then also comedy is subjective. You know what I'm saying? Even if you were the funniest motherfucker in the world, there could have still been a group of that people that just wasn't gonna fuck with you just because they like a drier sense of humor, just whatever. So, I,
yeah.
not the fact that they tried to fight you for a joke. Now,
They tried
listen,
to windmill me. One of the bitches threw his highlighter palette at my face. And it was the good shit. It was a good Anastasia palette. Like that's like he meant that. You know what I mean?
I'd
He
have
was
put that
upset.
shit straight in my.
I was sick. I had glitter on me for like 2 days. I was upset.
They really, so they ended up jumping you.
They tried. They
That
tried.
is crazy. And I see a lot of stuff like that where people do comedy shows. I've seen people get punched on the damn stage because, and so that's my thing. Like, I don't know. Like, cause I'll probably punch you too. Like, you talk about me. Like, what?
No,
But
I learned my lesson. I definitely
okay.
now I go in there with fear and trembling. Like I
So I
humble
will. So
myself.
that kind of went to one of those other questions because I was, definitely going to ask you if you ever had a bad performance, and then because you kind of answered a few of my questions up in one.
Nice.
Because I was going to say, have you ever said a joke that didn't stick with the crowd? And I'm pretty sure, whatever was it. Did you hear?
Yeah, like some gas, and then I was like, was that too far? Like too far? And then one of them was like, yes, bitch.
And you
Yes,
kept
it
going.
was. I said, damn, that's a lot of animosity. Usually
That
you
is
get a like, yeah, and like a little chuckle, but they meant that shit. They was
so.
after me.
Another one of my literally another one of my questions because this is crazy how I wrote them out in this order and they're all just kind of playing out in this order. This is amazing. Um, Organization is everything. But I do want to know. So with the way that the world is now. Well, let me ask you this: how old are you, Jaylin?
I am 26.
You're 26. Okay. So with that being said, I'm pretty sure you remember when comedy was comedy and you could say whatever the hell you needed to say. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And not be canceled or, jumped in the parking lot or, something like that. So I did want to know with the heightened state of sensitivity in the world and stuff like that, are you ever obviously now from what you just told me, but are you ever scared or are you ever hesitant to say certain jokes with the way people are just kind of sensitive about everything now?
Yeah and no. For the most part, my intention is never to offend.
Right.
And I say a lot of times, like, be funny, don't be an asshole.
Correct.
So I just try to leave from that place. And if it turns out to be offensive, then I'm like, okay, well, I learned a lesson tonight.
Okay,
That,
that's good. That's
you know,
good.
for the most part, I try to say what the fuck I want to say. I feel like I study comedians that say whatever they want to say.
Yep.
And so I'm gonna do the same thing. And if you want a windmill,
Let's
like,
get it.
let's windmill.
You be like, bitch, I'm from Pasadena.
Quite as it's kept, people out here are always like Pasadena's the suburbs where all the stars go and retire, but like I can take you to get shot. You know
That's
what
what
I
I was like. Look, I watched your shit. I was like, look, I don't know. I might need to go check out Pasadena. That might be my type of shit for real.
Oh
Like, I
God,
live
my
out here in Arizona where they don't be like, listen, I say this all the time. Out here in Arizona, don't shit be cracking. I miss the days of going to the club back home in Kentucky or Atlanta, wherever you was at, going to the club and maybe not making it back home at the end of the night, like looking over your shoulder, being like, "Oh, I might get shot." Like, don't none of that shit happen here. Like, I miss not knowing if I was gonna make it the fuck home. Like, what? I don't want to come out and just know I'm gonna come home not bloody. Like, what? That's no
Now
fun.
I can take you to a small city in Arizona called Winslow. The most famous person out of Winslow is Erica Alexander, Maxine
Love her.
Shaw from
Yep,
Living
love her.
Single.
Love
You
her.
know, she's the most famous person. I have a lot of family out there. If you want to go missing, those Indians, if you just stop at the side of a train track, like you can disappear. I promise you. If you want violence, I can take you. Winslow,
You are
Arizona.
stupid. So you can just find it anywhere. You like,
Yeah.
look, you just like attracted to it like a magnet.
On
I feel
God, I
you.
know
I
where
feel
the
you.
trouble is.
I feel you. All right, but the reason why I asked you that question, as far as like the heightened sensitivity and stuff like that, is because I've heard a lot of comedians say, you know, like they can't be comedians no more because a lot of things that you say nowadays is gonna offend a complete whole
Yeah,
demographic of people. So I think it's amazing that I think it's amazing that you're still saying what you have to say and your opinion is not offensive. You know what
right.
I'm saying? Because a lot of people they do get on there and they say some fucked up stuff, and some of it is a little offensive, but I don't feel like you should be canceled for comedy. I think it takes a special kind of person to understand what comedy is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because I could be wrong, and please correct me. If you have a different perspective. But from what I see, I've never really seen people joke about good stuff. I
right,
typically see people joke, make light and joke and make a different perspective of something traumatic or something bad or something that they were embarrassed about at one point.
right.
You know what I'm
That's
saying? So
exactly what it is.
yeah, so I don't understand why people's like, "Oh my god, like what? Like it's not supposed to be. It's not like it's supposed to make you laugh, not make you feel joy." Like I don't know. It's weird. Like whatever.
Right.
All right,
I mean, that's what I say all the time. Like, if you came to a comedy show to listen to a fucking TED talk, then you're in the
yeah,
wrong
it's
place.
the
If
wrong
you,
place.
you know what I'm saying? If you came for a sermon or for inspiration, go to fucking church. You know what I
Right,
mean? That's not what
right.
this is. This is like the comedy club is like the ghetto
It's
church. You
the
know what I'm
gutter.
saying? It's where people can find humor like at a funeral or
Yep.
you find humor in your pain and I always grin at funerals. Like I've always been inappropriate in this way. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
for me, I go on stage, I talk about the things that have hurt me, my trauma, my pain, shit that I
Yep.
see in the world that's going wrong. Like if I want to attack gay rights, I might not do it in the way that's appeasing to gay people. I might do it in an incredibly offensive way, but I'm
Right.
making a statement. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I'm talking about HIV, even though HIV is not funny,
Right.
I'm talking about Magic Johnson. But you know what I mean? But we're talking about the fact that Magic Johnson has had great health care. He's been alive for
It's
years. He
something
has a
that we
different,
know. It's not like you put it on them. Like, oh, I
you know
hope
what
he
I'm
dies from
saying?
HIV. You didn't say that. I mean, and I get it. It's not, friend.
And I'm making more than one statement. On the surface, I feel like people that want to be offended, they hear it on a surface level,
Yeah.
whereas that I'm saying multiple things with one statement. I'm
Yeah.
talking about access to healthcare. I'm talking
Yeah.
about the fact that he has resources that the average doesn't, you know?
Absolutely. And
But
he probably
people
ain't called a code in
probably ages. Hell, the flu shot. I just got the flu shot yesterday. It's fucking me up today. You know what I
Are
mean?
you I'm not gonna say the word. I'm not gonna say the word because I don't want to
Mhm.
get flagged and nothing like that. But are you the V word? Like,
Am I the B word?
did you get the shot for the
Oh,
COVID-19?
yes. I
Okay,
got I got the flu and that.
okay. Now, listen, I just don't want because I feel like every time I've said the C word or whatever in any video on Instagram or whatever, they automatically tag the CDC and whatever else to my post.
Yeah.
So listen, y'all better
No,
leave me
yeah.
alone over here. This is my platform.
Period. This your shit.
All right. So uh I okay. If you could tour with three comedians, who would they be? And it don't have to be like tour with them all three at the same time, but if you had your choice of three people that was like that you could open up for or tour with equally.
Monique, Cat Williams, and then Lunel.
Okay. And Lunell's local. She's out there, ain't she? She lives in LA, right?
No, yeah, she's local. I'm hoping to meet her. I feel like I keep getting close. I actually had a Twitter beef with her at one point in time.
I could set that up.
I would love that.
She's my first cousin.
Set it up.
I'm just playing. I just wanted to see the excitement. I don't know that lady. I love her though. Ain't shit. I ain't shit.
You fucking
No,
bitch.
but okay, so you said Monique, Cat Williams, and Lunell.
Yeah.
She is the raunchiest thing I ever heard in my life. Like,
Don't say that. Don't say that about her.
I love it.
That's why I ended up in a Twitter beef with her.
Really?
Don't use those words and Lunel in the same sentence.
Well, she's ranchy.
She likes ranch.
Yes. Hidden Valley. She's a Hidden Valley bitch. She is. I love her to death.
Oh my God. She was so mad at me because I said, this is when I first started, this was like 2017. I was like, I would love to do a show with Lunel. That would be the raunchiest show you guys have ever been to. And she hit me back with I don't do comedy to be raunchy. I do comedy to be funny. And that's how I know that you're not ready to share a stage with me.
Damn. Well, okay.
That I'm
My
just gonna
thing
pick up
is,
my
I feel
pace.
like no, okay, now I have to say this. Now we ain't gonna talk about her because I do love her and she's definitely a vet and a legend. But I just feel like that is literally the type of attitude that makes people that makes people not look up to their idols anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like when you do finally get that experience with that person that you do look up to, and it's completely opposite of what you would expect. Not it's not an encouragement situation or an uplifting situation.
Yeah.
It's almost like, damn, like
Well, that's
you
how
know,
I went with it at first. I was like, this is why they say you never meet your idols. This is
yeah.
why I went into that space because I was like really hurt and I was trying to like tweet her and explain. And then I
What
was
she
like,
said
man,
made
fuck
sense though.
that.
It still makes sense. Oops.
It makes sense. It took for me to get more experience in town
Yeah,
with promoters, and then people
yeah,
like, I can't book you because you're not clean enough. And
right.
I'm like, wow, I can't come. I don't even have a fucking dog, but I can't come to the dog park and do a show because you're afraid I'm gonna talk about dick and ass in a park of dogs. Okay, but you're walking around with a scooper picking up shit literally, but I can't talk about it on stage. Cool. You know, it took for
Yeah,
me to experience that to be like, wow, the word raunchy has kept her in the house for so long. Like, she just started to do her first like TV interviews
yeah.
this year within the past 2 years. She had never been on like national television, like daytime talk or anything like that. And I never knew that. And so it took for me to be like, wow, the word raunchy has slowed her
It
down.
had because she's black. She's black. She's a black woman. And you know, they always like they say the stand-up comedy game is one of the hardest games to come up in. And she's to me a easy target for people to just be like, you know, we she's funny, but when you just hear the words that come out of her mouth, you
Yeah.
can't have that represent like you know. But at the end of the day, like you hear, I've heard way worse come out of other people's mouth, and it is, and they still be booked and busy, so it is what it is. And it's like I heard I was watching because my favorite comedian is Samore. I love her.
More. That's another
And
one that
yeah, I love her. She's like that's my idol at this point, honestly, when it comes to comedy. But I heard her say one time, she was like, she bootlegs all the movies and stuff like that. And she was like, "What up?" She said, "I don't fuck with Hollywood because Hollywood don't fuck with me." And I felt like I felt her on that shit. I'm not. Y'all won't put me in no. Y'all only put me in goddamn Soul Plane and had me on the goddamn wheels fucking fucking a nigga. Like what?
Oh God, that's how it goes. Like to be white in this town and to be black, like you definitely immediately once you hit the scene, when you come out, I'm about to take you. We're gonna go do some mics, like you know what I'm saying, and just try it out. But you'll see immediately how cliquish it is. Like the white girls sit over there. And then the black people don't want to fuck with each other because they make us feel like it can only be one. And then if you're gay, forget about it.
I
Yeah.
might need you to give me some TED Talks. I know you said that you ain't the person to do no TED Talk, but I might need to hit you up after this, and just kind of pick your brain as far as like ways that you maneuver through your anxiety on getting on that damn stage.
No, real like Flame Monroe gave me all the gays hate Flame, but Flame has
I
given
like
me
he's funny.
right. He, she, we, all of them hoes.
Yeah,
They gave me some really great advice one day. I did a competition that they headlined in like 2 years ago or whatever. And I said, how do you get over like your nerves? Because he was just, even though he was headlining it, he had like this laxness to where he got on stage with his notebook and he treated
yeah.
it like it was an open mic, you know.
Listen, when you got the resume, you can do that shit. You see Mariah get
Right.
up there and she has the people move her. She don't even move no more. The dudes be moving.
On God. I said, how do you get on over your nerves? And he was like, I do this shit for me. Like, I
Yeah.
have something to say. I need to get this off my chest. It's about me. If they don't laugh, they don't have to laugh tonight. They'll laugh in this other space that I'm going to.
Ooh.
And then I'm like, okay. And then so I carry that now. Like, I need to say this for me. This is
Yeah.
my shit. This is my stage. Even if I'm inappropriate, it's like at a funeral. I always take
Yeah.
this back to a funeral. When they get the 2-minute remarks and you get up there and show your ass for 2 minutes, it's your time. You know what I mean? And I now treat my performances like this. Like it don't matter if it's going good. This is my motherfucking time.
You just got to get up there and spill it.
Spill it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I can definitely I can understand that. And I think what you said before is another reason why I've somewhat been nervous because you said that it's kind of cliquish in the sense. And I can listen. One of my other favorite comedians is Bernie Mac. And that mouth that Bernie Mac has, I like listen, I cuss like Bernie Mac. I'm keeping it real.
I can
I,
sense that.
I will be I'm scared because I'm here in Arizona, Phoenix, where there's a lot of diversity, but there's no culture.
Mm.
And with that being said, I'm being a black gay person. I'm scared of going up there saying nigga a whole bunch of times, making the white people uncomfortable, and then talking about my sexuality and then making the straights uncomfortable. So yeah, it's weird. Like I think I should probably take my own advice of what I said earlier. You're always gonna not be perceived good by a certain crowd, but what you said, the people that night don't want to hear it.
Fuck it. Like it's
I'm
for
gonna
you.
come up there.
I'm gonna take you out. I feel like there's another girl that I want to take out. I'm trying to put a few people out there because if any of you hoes get famous, you know what I mean, before me or get in the door,
Ditto.
like don't forget.
Ditto. And the thing about me, I definitely won't. Look, even you see, I like to put people on period. And I think that's something that is missing, especially in the comedian world. Because I do think that it's so competitive. I think it is a really competitive thing. And but it has to be because it's so hard to come up. It's so hard to come up that it has to be a dog eat dog world in that comedy thing. Because I mean, and I feel like anybody who gets on stage and performs anything
Yeah.
deserves respect. Period.
And you gotta be a little cocky. That's what they don't tell you.
Yeah,
Like,
Oh yeah.
and that's something that I'm learning how to do is because I'm not there yet. Like as far
Okay.
as that cocky, it's what Flame says. Ain't no bitch can do what I can do. It's like
Yeah.
TS when TS Madison gets up. There's only one
Man,
TS,
there's
you
only
know.
one.
And I haven't really found that yet. But
Wendell Bartholomew. I'm just
where is Wendell?
Wendell Bartholomew. She said Rufus Clyde Jefferson the third.
I literally love TS. I watch TS every day. If she
Yeah.
posts something, I tune in. That's actually how I found out who you were and followed you through the TS.
Was it through her YouTube?
It began with her saying something like, I think you said something or said something, and she said, "Hey Keith, Big Daddy Keith," or some
Yeah.
shit like that.
Yeah. She was like, she let everybody know on that YouTube video that I walked through frying everything with my dick swinging from east to west. That's what she said. And I'm glad she said that because I actually got a few followers behind that.
Yeah,
And I will say TS is I'm not gonna sit here and act and portray like I'm sure a lot of people would. Like I have a personal relationship with
right.
TS. I don't. But there are a lot of times where where I'll reach out, like even just like last week, she gave me advice about maybe trying to LLC a YouTube
Mhm.
channel and then like trademark my name. So one thing I will say is some more mentored comedy wise. But
Yeah,
everything else that I'm doing, my unofficial mentor would be TS, honestly.
nice.
Honestly, unofficially, like I see that that motherfucker be working.
Yeah, I mean, she monetized off of this whole world.
Man, and you see, I had to get rid of the OnlyFans, but I'm trying to do all the other ones. I tried my hardest, but I can't be no big dick bitch.com. So I just like whatever. Uh, all right. So enough about TS Madison and big dick bitches.
Love
Um,
her.
okay, so you gave me your three comedians. Okay, I want to know what is something that you are good at that don't nobody know or that people will be surprised to know about.
I'm really like when I want to be, I have like next level organization skills. Like,
Really?
yeah, like I
It's
can
that
break,
control shit.
yeah, it's that break shit. Like I can break everything down, like alphabetically organize it, put it in by color. Everything has a place. But and then for the most part, I'm like very a messy person, but I can
Yeah.
be extremely like organized.
You know what? I've heard a lot of people, I think jokingly, but seriously say that comedians are low key geniuses. Low key. We might be dumb about a lot of stuff, but we can pull some shit together and make it make sense. Like I'm just saying, like if you can turn a bad into a good, then you can probably do a lot of flipping. Yeah.
No, on 4th of July when I went to Flame's house, right? I was so like awkward, and I had just like ate an edible. Well, I'm just finding out that I shouldn't eat edibles and go into public. Um, but
Probably
that's
not.
I literally just I missed the show because of that. The same place I've been performing as of lately, I couldn't find. And I was just driving past it and driving past it and driving past it until I realized it's time for me to go home.
And go to bed
Yeah,
and
but
start again and try tomorrow.
that was a bad night because I could have been on the stage the same night as Kevin Hart. But
No, I do. Oh, really?
we're gonna let it go. We're gonna
Let
brush it
that
off.
go and just know that that crowd that night is the crowd that wasn't gonna think your jokes was funny.
It wasn't gonna
You,
work that night, and
you
I
know
would
what
have
I'm
gotten
saying?
on stage and embarrassed myself.
Yeah.
Go
So you good. I mean, even though that would have been a hell of an opportunity, we gonna look at their glasses half full, friend. We ain't gonna say it.
That's what
You.
we're gonna do. And I felt some type of way, and my friend was like, who I had went with, was like, "Damn, it's too bad that people really don't know you because you have social anxiety, and
Yeah.
I could tell you were anxious, and I'm like, damn, a bitch was chewing their gum fast, and now they got
That's
a drug problem.
crazy to me that you have social anxiety, but you're able to get on stage and be vulnerable like that.
But everybody, once you watch them
I have
all get
anxiety
off
too. Yeah.
stage, once you watch a lot of them get off stage, it's weird.
They crumble, don't they? They be like, "Oh my god, I can't."
Yeah, either it's a lot of ego, you be in the green studio with all these motherfuckers, and they be like, yeah, I've already done 100 shows this year. You know what I'm saying? That's what this hustle takes. Be talking big shit and get out on stage and nobody laughs, but they booked everywhere. You know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
it's just like you have those,
You
and
think
then
it's
you have the
political?
ones that are good that
You think it's
be
kind of
like,
political?
yeah,
You think like the people with just the name and not necessarily the talent per se are the ones that sometimes get the ones that are the most frequently booked?
yeah, that's the white girls. That's the
Yeah.
white
Oh,
girls.
hell yeah.
They dress like they're just coming from yoga. They just
Do I
finished
need to
doing
come up there with you so we could take over this motherfucker for real, friend? For real. Let's not
come
let
out
these white
here.
girls go up there because they don't even be funny like that.
They don't be. No, come out here. We'll go do a couple of mics. See, I'll put you on to the open mic circuit. I call it the chicken circuit. I hate being on it because it's like you one of the girls that need to go on the track and make some dollars tonight. That's
Yeah.
what he is.
It's all good. You said the chitlin?
I call it the chicken, the chitlin.
It's a chitlin. It's a chitlin.
It's the chitlin circuit.
It's the
No, that's
chitlin
what it is.
circuit.
It's open mic circuit. I'll give somebody some free game. Everybody out here watching, if you want to be a stand-up comedian, you can hit comedybureau.com,
Woo.
and that'll list all of the open mics in town or all of the shows that are going, and you can just sign on. And that's all
Wow.
state, so you can find
Wow.
every state, comedybureau.com.
For real. Well, thank you. I just got nervous already.
Now you ain't gonna see me out there all the time, but not on the chitlin circuit, but I
I
do it.
mean, but you know what? You got to start somewhere. Eventually, you'll get up to the baked chicken circuit, my friend. You gonna get off
Well,
that
I was
fried?
working before the pandemic. I was damn near we eating salmon around this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? We
No, for real. Salmon
I
and steak. So
was
okay, so the
the good.
pandemic probably slowed it. I'm sure pandemic slowed it down a lot. Did it give you time to maybe work on different jokes or anything like that, or was it something
Yeah.
where you was like, did you allow that time off stage to give you anxiety for the next time you had to get on stage? You know what I'm saying? Like with
Both.
both.
Well, I'll say it definitely slowed everything down. And then there was the Zoom shows, and it's just like you on Zoom, everybody, the audience is muted, and you like, somebody
Yeah.
please mute yourself and laugh at the shit
Yeah.
out of
Oh
this.
shit. Damn.
And then when you get people laughing, now we're cutting each other off. So
Yeah.
you can't even
Yep.
hear me. So
Yep.
I was like, fuck that. And then people were stealing jokes. So the people that weren't afraid to go in person were taking people's shit from Zoom and doing it on stage.
I don't know. I just feel like that one fit for some. I don't know why. I just, it was violent for a second. It was. I took it straight to Pasadena for a second, but I had to take it back
You keep saying that,
SoCal.
they gonna think Pasadena's something to be played with.
No, I'm talking about that's where the
We
gunshots came from. That's what I'm saying. At first, when I was playing them gunshots, we was in Pasadena. Then I
was in
had to take it.
Pasadena.
Then I had to take it back to WeHo.
Listen, a girl just got shot in the thigh by crossfire down the street from me.
In
So
WeHo?
yeah, how bad do you
Oh
want it?
my god! Actually, now that you're saying that, I have seen the headlines, the videos in Los Angeles. It is getting bad. So I heard somebody say it's becoming like Gotham City down there. Computer is so stupid. That's why I gotta quit buying my shit used. Whatever.
Listen,
This shit ain't cheap. You got to buy some shit used.
you gotta upload your OnlyFans content to a hard drive and then upload it. It's taking up space.
I don't have that no more.
What?
No, you know what? It started affecting my self-esteem, friend.
Really?
Yeah. As a person who I get commended for stuff that comes out of my mouth.
Okay.
People think I'm funny. People like to hear my commentary. People like stuff like that. And that's was always kind of my thing. But when it got to becoming a OnlyFans model, then at
Mhm.
that point you're a model. Image, your body, skin. I just felt like I had to look a certain way before I even got online. Period. Like I wouldn't even like if I didn't look good enough for my OnlyFans fans or whatever, I wouldn't even get on to say nothing funny. You know what I'm saying? So it just wasn't my thing. Honestly, I'm too goofy to be even be sexy. Like I might be cute, but sexy. That's
And I was also wondering how it was working for you.
with my man.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to know. I'm always very intrigued by that because I know a lot of people that have OnlyFans that also have partners or
Yeah,
whatever. And I know a lot of times their partners are um they're camera people a lot of times.
no,
But like I'd be like, how does that I mean, you got the rent has to get paid,
it does have to get paid,
but
but
like how does that have an overall effect?
so I can't really answer that part of it because I never did any type of collabs. My
Right,
all
right,
my
right.
all my stuff was just completely solo, and I did never film or shoot nothing when my man was in the house. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
I'm on. I was embarrassed. Like I'm not embarrassed, but like like you
I'm
have
like,
been
what's
caught
that?
jacking off by your man and it still be embarrassing. You'd be like, what else?
Yeah,
Like so it was kind of that thing. But as far as like relationship wise goes, he kind of I mean, he was really the one that was kind of the most instrumental in making me comfortable with doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't have done it if he wasn't comfortable with it. That wouldn't even have been a thought in my mind. But it got to the point for me where I felt as if people were just trying to be too much in my personal business, too much in my relationship. And too many people would suggest, "I want to see your man," and I'll be like, "You got me fucked up." And so at that point, I
right.
don't lost the man. And then like it just, I don't think it was conducive for what I truly, 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 truly want to do in life. You know what I'm saying? And not to take nothing away from the people who do it because it's a lot. And you got to put some respect on their goddamn name because it's a whole lot. But
Yeah.
it just wasn't my thing. I would cringe every time I would post something like, yeah. I don't need the money that bad.
No, yeah, because I was wondering, because I was like, I know he's basically Murray, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And and I was like, I wonder how that works. And I was telling my little boo, I said, I'm meeting a lot of people that have that are in relationships, and I wonder how it works for them. And it's specifically because a lot of them do like more solo,
No, the ones I be seeing in relationships be getting ramshacked. Boy, I'd be like,
But
woo,
that's something I don't
where is
understand.
your scooter, bitch? Where is it?
Where is your scooter? On God. And that's something that I've always like, how does that work? Do you hold the camera? Are you okay with it? Or do you say, babe, I need you to get out there on the stroll because rent is due.
Listen,
We
I know
need
you saw that
groceries today.
video. I know you saw that video that just kind of went viral, or that it was like a couple that was having a threesome. It was the guy was having sex with the other girl, and he was giving it to her, and then his girlfriend, she just kind of got up off the bed and just stood up and was just like looking like this the whole time, like, and everybody was like, I know exactly what was going through her damn mind, like. So I don't like. I feel like I wouldn't personally. Let me tell you something. You can't even ask me how my man is doing. So you definitely, definitely ain't gonna catch us fucking on camera. And second off, you again, you can't ask me how my man is doing. So I know for a fact you got me fucked up if you think I'm gonna hold the camera white. What?
No, I'm literally cackling because I have this problem too. Like anything I do, the first thing people ask me are like, are you in a relationship? Can I ask you questions about your relationship? Are you like I love that people give me that type of respect because they know I'm crazy.
Yeah.
Versus my man was like, why do people ask you that? Like, is it okay? And I'm like, because they know, first of all, my comedy is very like relationship
Yeah,
ambiguous.
exactly.
I get on stage, I talk about being a hoe, and then I talk from the space of like, I'm a former hoe, so I'm rehabilitated. You know what I'm saying? So I speak from different spaces or
Right.
points of view. But like at the point of me entering into a serious relationship, I don't care who knows.
Yeah.
They need to know, but like I need you to sit in the back quietly because all it's gonna take is for a motherfucker to get to know you or want to know you personally for me to
Have
fuck
you ever
off
seen
this
have
shit.
you ever seen my man before?
Never.
And we've been together 3 years.
Hey, I need to stop posting mine.
You see what I'm saying? I don't play none of these games.
See,
And another thing for me is another reason why I said no to the whole OnlyFans thing. Well, especially whatever, but I don't know who's subscribed to that. Which, if any of my close friends are subscribed to that under false names and shit, just so they can see my man naked. Look, I have this thing where it's like, "Oh, how's your man doing? We're doing fine. We are amazing." I mean, I don't understand why you had to single it out like that. And it for me to be completely honest with you, I've always been a little, territorial in a sense.
Aries.
Um, but this relationship, none of my other relationships hold a candle to this. Like this one is for me, like when I tell you I feel like I've literally never been in love before this relationship because like when I think about the way I felt about those other people, and I think about the way I feel about my current boyfriend, they ain't shit. Like fuck them. And so I I just don't this is my first time being like, you got me fucked up about mine. Like I really ain't never been that kind of
Right.
person, but now I'm like, what? You looked at him too long. Quit thinking about him.
No, that's how I be. That literally about this guy, that's how I am.
So, okay. Oh, speaking of this guy, because we actually did have a couple of questions about this guy. I mean, and actually, the first question was gonna be, were you single? And apparently, that is no.
I am
And
not.
so, okay. With that being said, how long have you been with you? How long have y'all been together? And you don't have to answer that.
It's
Listen,
new. I mean,
I
it's
would have
been
lied. Look, when me and
about
my man
5 months.
first got together, and people would ask us, I'd be like, tell them 2 years.
No, yeah, I be saying I'm married now. But it's been like it's new. It's been about like 5 months, maybe.
Okay. Well, listen. And gay time, that is a long time.
Right.
No, for real. When I hear a couple make it past 6 months in the gay community, I'll be like,
This is good.
y'all gonna be together. For real. Like if
Yeah.
y'all make it past 6 months, y'all just gonna be together. Like all
No,
right.
period.
So with that being said, what are some qualities? So when you are looking for your person that you apparently are super territorial over, what is it about them that is it like, okay, obviously, we can sit here and try to say the politically correct thing, like, oh, it's not looks, it's personality, and it's their heart, and whatever. At the same time, we ain't gonna be looking at a motherfucker we ain't attracted to in some way, shape, or
Fact.
form. So let's, don't give me the pageant girl answer. I want to know. I'm just playing.
I ain't no fucking
What is it about
pageant
somebody that
girl.
attracts you? Like, what is it? Their compassion, or is it the looks? Some people are really just about
Um,
looks.
honestly,
You're in LA, so be honest.
I find him very attractive. I think he is the very attractive man. Um, I like the fact that he comes across as a white woman.
Hold on.
What?
Well, not a white woman. Hold on. I'm dead. Hold the fuck on. That wasn't even hold on. It actually hold on, friend. It took me a few seconds to let that click and register because that's not even what I was looking at. Because down here at the screen it said follow Jovan at Jaylin White LA.
I was gonna let you live because
Uh-uh.
I was flattered by who came before, and I got a cousin named Javon. I love him. So I was okay with it.
All right, so okay. So
Hey,
okay, so elaborate. I heard you said your man, he comes off as a white woman.
a
Is he a
white
black
woman.
man?
Yeah, he's a black man.
Okay.
I tried to date outside of my race, but we're gonna thank God for Planned Parenthood, so we left that in our past. And now I only keep it in the race, And he's a black man.
White lady thing. You got to elaborate on that, friend.
Well, he just is. Like, I love the fact that he likes very expensive furniture. He's
Yeah.
very like he invests in his pots and his pans versus I'm like, go
Ooh,
to
he's like
Target.
very Martha Stewart, like homemaker.
Yeah, I'm like,
Very
go to
homemaker.
Target and get you a strainer versus he wants Williams Sonoma. I'd be like Williams and Sonoma.
I'm going to
Two white
goddamn the
people that are
99-cent
talking.
store. My strainer came from the 99-cent store.
That's where I'm
Listen,
at. Because his core job is to strain the shit.
it's so funny that you say, like, the whole, like, you tried the other races and stuff like that, because one of my jokes that I have written down in my book is, it's always and I've been saying this for years because initially my very first gay relationship was with a black guy. And it was the most ghetto shit. It was just so ghetto. It was ghetto, 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 ghetto. And so my joke was, I said, so I started off dating Jamal's. I said, and then I decided to go date the Jacobs. Jacob was goddamn crazier than Jamal was. And so after Jacob, I was like, let me go try Juan. Juan was crazier than all the motherfuckers. So at the end of no, like on some real shit. That's the end of my joke.
No, like real life. I've always left Brett alone.
Yeah, man, listen.
Brett, Chad, Michael. I've
Really?
always left them alone. No. Because I'm afraid he's gonna try to send me back into the fields after
He
he
might. Or his family might.
right. And listen, I'm a little light bright. I'm a houseboy. So I don't belong in the fields, no way.
Straight making lemonade. Don't play with me.
You
I'll
know,
make your bed and I'll make you some lemonade, but I ain't going out in that sun,
right.
bitch.
And then not to be racist, but you fuck with Hector after you buy a couple of bundles of oranges, he's done with you.
You
But
are
I mean,
stupid.
so with Daquan, that's always
it's a lot.
you never know what you're gonna get.
You should find a Darius opposed to a Daquan, I think.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Like DeAndre Dexter.
Gotcha.
Something in between.
Taquan Theo. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, or he go by his nickname because his name Daquan, so everybody call him D.
Ooh, that's a trade nigga. You like you a piece of trade, don't you? You like you a old Martha Stewart piece of trade. I see you over.
But no, my man now, he's very Martha Stewart. He is very he's a white woman, but I love the fact that when you catch him in his personal space, he got that Daquan energy.
Yeah.
And that's what I like.
I'm still when I made that joke up, I was initially getting over a Hector. But then like my current relationship, he's Puerto Rican, so like whatever. But like
he black.
But I was about to say because he's a black woman, like like he's a Puerto Rican, but he's a black woman. I mean, not black woman. He just got a booty like a black woman.
See,
Puerto Rican woman. He's shaped like Jocelyn Hernandez.
I'm like, tell him to come in the camera because we want to see.
But he won't. He don't like being seen with me in public. No. Okay, I gotta quit saying that. To be honest, everybody, listen. He won't get on the camera because he's growing his hair back out. So he doesn't feel confident in getting it on the video because like he had how they cut their hair off on the sides and then they'll have like a long ponytail or whatever. He's growing the sides and stuff back out.
Said not like it's a cultural thing, but how people cut their hair off on the side.
Yeah, like how people shave the sides and keep a ponytail. Like he's growing his sides and stuff back out now. So he got like some handlebars going on, and he don't want to be on the camera.
That's okay.
I'd be like, yink, come on.
I wanna see. We need to hang out with the coloreds.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I would love to.
We need to do a double date.
Love to. I would love to do that. That would be amazing. And I'm pretty sure your man's quiet, ain't he?
No. At first, yeah.
Is he loud?
He warms up.
He'll pop that pussy on a handstand after 5 minutes of getting to know you, won't he? I'm just
Well,
playing.
that's me. That's me. Um, no, a couple of drinks, he'll pop his pussy on it. But he's not going. He'll say it that formally. You know
He's
what I
gonna
mean?
pop his vagina on a
Right. You know,
hand.
my pussy was showing by accident because that's
Like
me.
slipped straight out my thong. My bad. I don't know what
Yeah,
happened.
I just got out the
Stupid.
car. It was showing.
Okay, so you stupid, Brittany. Was that Paris Hilton? That was one of them.
Oh God.
All right, so okay, relationship.
Uh-huh.
You told me what you like. What
You
is
gotta have a sense of
something?
humor.
What? What?
A sense of humor.
Absolutely. A sense of humor, especially dating somebody who's a comedian.
And be sensitive.
You have to have a sense of humor. You really do. And honestly, like my man, he tell me all the time. He be like, "You got jokes and strokes." And so, listen, that's a
Okay. I
dangerous,
tell all y'all
dangerous,
business.
dangerous. You find you a big dick nigga with some jokes. What? You ain't never leaving him.
You see how you just told all your business for the this why they be in your business, Keith.
Oh, well, I feel like you can look at me and tell, but whatever. I'm just, I don't goddamn know. Like, I feel like I got big dick energy, but the more I do these videos, I see how much I talk with my hands. So I feel like I be in here like Vulcan and shit. So I don't goddamn know. We'll figure it out.
Goofy. Goofy.
So what is a deal breaker of yours?
I don't like that lion shit.
Ooh, yeah,
It's that lion shit. Like,
yeah.
you don't have to pretend. If you fry chicken at Popeyes, I like Popeyes, so I would rather know
Not
because
that
that
biscuit.
means you get an employee discount.
Yeah,
So I need to know that that's what you do. But
yeah,
I hate a liar. God said He hates a liar first.
man.
You know.
Especially
So
don't start off that relationship with no lies for real. Ooh, I can't stand a liar. I don't know what that is, or a thief.
or a thief because I ain't got much to steal. The only
Man, listen,
thing
I
is
don't
my
steal.
virginity.
I steal a
You know.
couple hearts, but I ain't gonna steal nothing from you. I mean, I might have tried to listen. I might have tried to steal a pair of swimming trunks back in the day when I was 18 and went to jail. But like, whatever.
No, I don't scam no more. It used to be if I could get your social security number on the back end and I could
Woo! So you are one of those gays that TS be talking about. Oh shit!
or I'm one of them
It's
gays
morning.
or I'm one of them gays that she raised in her heyday. You know what I mean? It's, it's one of the two. She taught me.
Shit.
That's why I still got my freedom today.
Woo! Well, you know what's so crazy? About a year and a half ago, I was getting on video and I would keep saying, "Damn, I wish I had the courage to be an OnlyFans model. Damn, I wish I had the courage to be a scammer." And I did one of them. I did one of them. That other one, I'd be losing sleep about it. I'd be like, I'll wake up in the middle of the night and be like, I need to start scamming somebody before the first of the month. Like,
No, scamming brought me a peace of mind.
well, scamming ain't gonna be talked about on this YouTube because I don't want this to be used to motherfucking indict your ass.
Prove it. Prove
True,
it. You
true.
know what I'm saying? I ain't done shit. The only thing I've done is try to be a good person.
And
You know.
joke about scamming on this YouTube channel. You were
No,
joking.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not. I haven't done any of that. What a beautiful chocolate man.
We're joking. I'm joking.
No, yeah. There's no scamming going around these parts.
Not around these spots.
But the point is that much like God, I've always found a way. And so for me, you know what I mean? That I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. A deal breaker for, for me in a relationship, because now you done got the feds involved.
I know, right? You was like, you the fuck right got turned around. You was like, did you take a note? Because you looked down. He was like, deal breaker.
Like, let me stop. A deal breaker for me in a relationship is that lying shit, that cheating, that scamming.
So cheating is a deal breaker for you.
That one's hard for me to say because It's not to say that you should be willing to accept that when you're in a serious
Right.
relationship because you want that relationship to last. But I think that when you're really in love with somebody and you decide that that's your life partner, I think
Yeah.
that the stakes change. And
Agreed.
I think that you're slightly a little bit more open minded. And it's not to say I'm not going to be on your ass if you get caught cheating,
Completely own it.
but I can't guarantee that that's going to be the factor that makes me leave.
Right.
So,
And I think I really and the reason why I keep asking people that honestly is because I feel like younger Keith would have raised hell. Older Keith will still raise hell. Let's not get that twisted. The hell will be raised and brought all the way up to heaven. It will happen. That's the Aries in me, the fire. You will burn. But I do feel like intention is a lot. I feel like that is a
no.
lot. I mean, obviously, if you do it, then I feel like this. If it happened, that's one thing. If you plan to go out and do it,
That's another.
that's a whole nother thing. And if I forgive you for one time, that's one thing. But if you continue to keep doing this, that ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? And it's very subjective because I'm not gonna say like I ain't trying to give my man no ideas because I know he's sitting right there on the couch. But I'm more so saying like it's something that I feel like when you do really, 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 really love that person, I have heard a lot of people say that just because somebody cheats on you doesn't mean they don't love you. Some people just have bad moments. Some people have bad days. Some people have bad whatever.
I mean, listen to RuPaul. Like RuPaul always says that it's not that him and his husband have an open relationship. First,
Hmm.
he married a white woman. That's problematic
You married
enough.
to a woman?
Well, no, he's married to a man. He's married to
God, y'all gays. I be listen. Y'all confuse the shit out of me with that. Oh,
But no, he basically said that he doesn't feel like he should hold his husband back from any good thing. And so he doesn't, if his husband goes out and messes with some young little boy, so
so
be it.
be it.
That
No,
was
I will fuck you up. No, that's the thing. No, listen. The
thing.
thing about it is the reason why it can't happen more than one time is because you gonna hardly survive that first time. You see what I'm saying?
But that's the question. How can I feel like my partner knows me enough to know like I'm forgiving, but
Hmm.
a bitch don't forget. So you might try to play and then that shit's gonna accidentally come up again.
Listen, I don't know if you've seen. I posted a video like a week ago of a toxic relationship, and the premise of the video was one person was doing the dishes and was like, "I thought you said you was gonna help me do the dishes," and then the other person came out and was like, "Remember you fucked that nigga 15 days ago and blah blah blah." No, bitch, you do the dishes. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Oh, I'm
the other
that
person
bitch.
was like, "I think I missed the spot." All right, like that's the thing. Like it you will act as if, or you'll say, "I forgive you." It's gonna come the fuck back up. Period.
I'm that bitch. So it's in your best interest to just tell me I'm not happy.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
need to move on because I might forgive you, but we might be at the family reunion and you doing a lot of skinning and grinning with your third cousin. You know what I mean? And I know he's related by marriage. So what are you really doing today?
Man, listen, you could sit on the
You know?
toilet seat and I'd be like, "Why you sitting on that nigga so long?"
Yeah.
Like, what? Like,
Because I'm remembering that one time in '96 when you was fucking up.
You know what I also heard? Another quote I heard. I think what's her name? She's like a influencer. Jessie Woo. I seen her post
Okay.
a thing, and it's so crazy because it literally said, "Ladies, the moment you catch him cheating, he will never trust you again." Whoo! I was like, "Whoa, damn!" Like that's some real shit. Like you called him cheating, now he think your ass about to go cheat, so he don't trust you. Like what? Shit, that's crazy.
But that's usually how it is. Like if you
Yeah,
catch somebody and then
you
you
think
try
they
to
about to go
run to
do it?
that, the moment that they catch you in some questionable shit, that's always going to be the thing. You know what I mean?
I
Like
like to
always.
fight. Look, I can't be having like I'm from Pasadena. You hear me? Like I like to fight. I'm
No, on real life, I'm just always like, don't insult me. I'm not into threesomes or none of that fuck shit.
Yeah.
But also don't insult me by counting me out of the fun. I would much
That
rather you include me in your bullshit
yeah.
for me to give me my choice, for me to be like, I'm not into that. I'm gonna leave you to it. But the moment that you make me feel like you're violating me,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tear up your shit. Now, right now, I'm just in school. I'm not working because of the pandemic. But when I had a job, I tear up
I would
all your
tear up your shit. Oh, you one of them.
I tear up all
Ooh.
your shit. At least send me the bill. I don't give a fuck.
Shit. Look, you know what's crazy? I don't be doing none of that because I don't want nobody to touch my shit. Because you touch any of my shit, hell unleashed. Especially in my camera equipment and shit. I don't touch nobody's nothing. You come
Now,
over
right now, I gotta leave your shit. I gotta leave it right now because I can't
here.
afford to replace it. So I gotta leave you with your conscience now. You know, that's the
You
fuck
are
shit.
so stupid. You are so stupid. I think what my last point I was gonna say is you so your thing about the cheating is like don't leave me out. My thing about cheating is do not embarrass me. If
That's
somebody
part
else
of
can
it.
come to me and tell me some shit that you should have sat the fuck down and told me, and you got me looking like
But that's part of it. But that's because largely at the core, you know, if you have nothing, if you don't have the support of your peers or your friends
that's
or
your
your
man.
another, what you have at the core of who you are, you have what you do. You have your commentary, you have
True,
your world of comedy, you have your career. You know what I mean?
true.
And so being a public entity, whether we're as famous as we want to be or not, there
Yeah.
always comes a point in time where shit follows back up. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
if you embarrass me in these streets, at some
Yep.
point in a turn,
Yep.
somebody's going to mention it to me. Oh, remember that time when your man.
Yes. Honestly, that's one of my worst fears. That is one of my worst fears is actually making it and then somebody not saying that I have because I'm like I trust my man. But I'm just saying that's one of my worst fears is making it and then something just I don't know, like I don't know. Like I would hate for like one of my boyfriend's exes or something to try to leak some new pictures or something just because like he knew that he was with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's what I'm niggas be on some bullshit like that when the nigga make it. I'm just saying. So I look
I think you did the greatest thing by having an OnlyFans. You know, so even if there's one day nudes that come out that weren't a part of your OnlyFans, you can be
yeah.
like, okay, well, I did give of myself in this way.
Yeah.
For me, I'm going to have a lot of explaining to do. It's an assumption, even though I don't have videos out there of me with other people.
Yeah.
You know, T.S. Madison says there's times of the year where she's in heat,
Yeah.
and
She's in there right now.
she's currently in heat. And you know, there's that has applied for me. And I've always been one of those people where I never held showcasing myself in a sacred way. I've been doing theater for a while now.
Yeah.
I've been, you know what I'm saying? I've done live nude theater
I can
before.
really?
Yeah. So for me,
Oh,
it's not sacred, you know?
okay. Well,
So for me,
it's sacred for me. Like you can see it, but you can't touch it.
right. In that way. In
Yeah.
that way. Like, you know what I'm saying? You've seen it, it's been
Yeah.
seen. So what? But everybody can't say that they've touched it. You know what I
Very
mean?
true.
So for me, I have that cockiness to like, oh,
Yeah.
you've seen it. So if the world sees it, my energy is, you're welcome.
See, I don't know. I think I have a different now, don't get it twisted. There is that kind of you're welcome thing. Yes, don't get it twisted. But more so for me, like I don't know. I mean, I don't know if anybody who's really getting opportunities turned down, like because of their only. I don't know.
No,
I
it's a
think
new day.
I thought like maybe like listen, I've never been ashamed of when I was single. I had never been ashamed of sending them pictures or videos or whatever. And I literally have this thought in my head that the moment that I go get big or the moment I get famous, something there's gonna be screen. Listen, I
It's
got vindictive exes. Listen, I'm not gonna be that person that ever gets to make it big and does not have a complete scandal. and that's only because of like motherfuckers that are just being addicted, wanting to come up sometimes. So I, I
It's
think the only reason I
coming.
made that OnlyFans is because I was like, look, you got a billion naked pictures out there any goddamn way, so like whatever. But now, like you see me on Twitter, I'll be writing people like, hey, can you take that off your page real quick?
But that's why, I agree. It's coming because it's always gonna be some bitch that's deeply mad
Yep,
that first of all that you made it. And then God forbid you're in a relationship, if you're living out the lifestyle as relationship lifestyle that they wanted with you
yep.
and were unable to have or maintain. So it's
Woo!
coming. It's coming.
And the
Like
one that
I
I know is
trust
gonna do it is a
you.
Scorpio. So listen, I got one person who I know is gonna do it. That motherfucker's a Scorpio, and that's the reason I know he's gonna do it because he's a Scorpio.
The worst. That's that. Thank God for Planned Parenthood. All
Woo!
heroes don't wear capes.
Man, listen,
Um,
a motherfucker get pregnant around February or something like that. Abort, abort, abort. I'm telling you.
but that's usually how it goes. Like I trust in the instance where I book my first major gig, I know that some
Yeah.
victims of JJ are coming out.
Yep.
Like I know that I know that I know.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I've had to make myself okay with it and just
Yeah.
be like, you guys are welcome.
I feel
You
like
have
that happened with Little Nas. I
to
feel like when he got famous, I feel like there was like a tweet or something that went viral of him. Like he tweeted was like, "Look, if y'all got my nudes, y'all might as well go ahead and leak them, but just make sure y'all leak the good ones."
right. I'm like, do the good ones. Get me where I had good lighting, like where you were genuinely turned on.
That's
Like
funny.
that's
That
where
is
I'm at with it.
well, I hope that both of us make it in our respective fields, which is the same field.
It's the
But
same field.
yeah, I was about to say, it's the same field, but at the same time, like I hope that we both can do it scandal free, which is asking a lot, but God is good, God is great. Let us thank you for these plates. Amen. Thank you, Jesus. I don't know whatever.
You know what sound you need to get? You need to get that the Mexican party. You need
Arriba, arriba!
That's like my favorite thing ever.
I'm just playing. Listen, no, it's so crazy because like you live in Cali and I live in Arizona, so I'm pretty sure there's a lot of like Hispanic culture there, which is it's rich as fuck. So I'm way more familiar, I guess not joke wise, but like one thing about me, I would joke about stereotypical things all day long. I
Like
won't joke about racist things, but I would joke about the stereotypical things. Like I remember one time my boyfriend was sweating and his back was wet, and like I said something. I was on the phone with my mama. She's like, "Don't say that to him," and she went the fuck off on me. And I was like, "What was a joke?" Like,
you was just pointing out the fact that his back was a little wet. It was
you know what
moist.
I'm saying? And so like that's what I more so mean. Like I feel like I do say things that are offensive, but I'm thinking that they're just kind of stereotypical. Like I would joke about a black person with fried chicken. I would joke about this shit all day long. I joke about the white people and they meth. Like like,
No, I love the white people are the best to fuck with. Like I be telling people all the time, I have the body type of a 40-year-old white woman that may have had dabbled in meth a little bit.
shut
You know
up.
what I mean? Like she and I, we go together. We
But you
can.
know what? Have you noticed that like, and I'm like, listen, I'm probably gonna take this out because I don't never want nobody to take this and try to use it against me. But I'm just say, we can joke up, but you can't joke down. And the only reason why I say that is like I'm not saying that we're lower than the white people, but I'm just saying like they've treated us lower than them forever. So like we can joke about y'all, but bitch, y'all can't joke about us.
No, but that be the thing when you go into the clubs when the trans people were talking about like Dave Chappelle and you
Yeah,
let a white person say this in a club, like
yeah.
bitch, what's the last comedy club that you've been to? Because the white people have already. I mean,
They be saying what?
I was just in the club a couple weeks ago and a white boy was talking about baby daddies and all types of shit. Like his wife is black, so he can say this. You
Well,
know,
that's cool as long as he didn't get too comfortable.
they listen. them white boys is itching to say the N word
I
on
know, I
stage.
know, I know, I know. I didn't actually listen. I actually had one. I was like, call me a nigga when I'm fucking you. You know what?
I mean, my name is Susan from time to time. Anytime I can use whatever white privilege I can have, I'm a fully take advantage. They say I got a gay privilege. I'm like, what's our privilege? What, we suck a little dick from time to time and the
Not
privilege
all of us.
is
So I guess I ain't got the privilege. I don't know.
you don't do that, you slipping.
Who? Uh-uh.
You don't do that. That's boring.
Call it toxic bottomlinity.
Okay, so
Eh,
he has a Daquan on the side that sucks a little dick. That's what you telling me.
He bet the fuck not. And again, my favorite thing at this point is I don't play. Daquan will be gone. Fuck with me.
Shut the fuck up.
No, but it's more so like when I say toxic bottomlinity, I more so mean like when it comes to like it's like my definition of that is like women and bottoms who don't like the idea of there being a feminine or a softer side of there being the male. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times you have this when you have toxic masculinity is due to the girls not wanting no soft ass niggas, to the bottoms not wanting no soft ass nigga. Like I've literally come across that a lot. Like I've had in order to get one person to finally break up with me, when we told I had to tell him, I said, I've been getting fucked in these streets, and that's the last time I heard from him. I'm just, I'm keeping it real. I've never come across one complete bottom that wants a feminine ass top. I've never come across that at all. And some of them
Oh,
don't
I'm a
want their dick
lesbian.
sucked. Some of them don't want to lick your ass. They don't want, they prefer just the. Some people have a more, some people have a more submissive role, and they don't mind being that submissive person in the relationship.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm a lesbian. I'm all for that. You can have on your makeup. You can have on
Okay.
your hair because it's gonna fall off.
Well, so I feel like you probably have a more androgynous kind of personality then, because I mean, even with one of the pictures that I did post of you in the intro, I did notice that you had on a skirt and
Yes.
some thigh high
But the
boots. You was
crazy
giving me Patrick Star with them thigh high boots on, boy.
that,
Woo!
you know, that scares a lot of men away from dating me because they think that I dress like this all the time. Versus
Yeah,
when you get to know me, like I dress like a dude.
I'm really
Like,
glad that that picture was up there. Honestly, like
no, I
I'm.
was too. I was like, come on, intro. He done cut the shit out, and that's why I said we have production here. I'm
Yeah,
very
I really wanted to showcase that part of you. You know what I'm saying? I think younger Keith or whatever. I'd have been like, I don't want to be like I don't want nobody to think I'm too feminine or something. Like, I'm not gonna lie, especially when I was in DL, you would have never seen me ever post a picture of nobody wearing a dress or skirt. But I thought it was very important for people to see you in all of your not all of your. 'Cause I'm not gonna say those 4 pictures I chose describe you all the way, but I feel like there was 4 good elements of yours that
yeah,
somewhat describe your personality,
you
and
definitely
2 of
did.
them had a mic.
I'm a preacher's kid, so like I
Oh,
be
that's why your ass was a hoe. That's why you was a hoe. That's why you was a hoe.
I look like that meme of that girl in court. You know what I'm saying?
Miss Jackson, is that true?
But yes, and yes. Um,
Oh, my
my
ex-girlfriend was a
cross
preacher's kid. Mhm.
no period. We all with the shits.
You a PK. Yeah, I know. I know.
Used to sit
I
on the front
know.
row. Yes, all my cross dressing came from a point of like rebellion, and then so I'll dress like that and go to the food for less
So
because
do
the
you
lady gays need to see.
have you ever like has trans ever come across your mind or
When I was young, yes, but and then I realized that that's not.
yeah,
Even though I know that your genitalia doesn't have to be a be all end all
right.
situation as far as your transition is
Yeah,
concerned. But for me, I've always been okay with this idea of having a full on mustache,
and a
beard.
dress.
I'm gonna wear my wig because I know how to slay
When I
that
tell
shit.
you saucy Jaylin White,
You know, I've always been like
saucy,
secure in my manness,
yeah,
you know, and then because of that, I've always attracted men that have been like,
men manly.
Yeah, like, "You gonna
Yeah,
wear that skirt tonight?" Like,
yeah.
and I'm like, "No, nigga." Like, but okay.
I kind of I was asking my boyfriend. I was like, if I buy you some lingerie with the ass and stuff out, you gonna wear that? He's like,
But I love that my man now, he's attracted to all of that. Versus a lot of men I've dated has always been like, "Can you, like, dumb that down a little bit? Like, do
yeah.
you always have to?" I rarely wear makeup. I rarely wear hair. It's usually event based. Like there's an event coming up, so I'm about to wear this shit.
So
I'm about
what's your alter ego's name?
We don't have a name.
Jaleesa.
Jaleesa, I love it.
Yeah,
That's gonna
Jay
be
Lisa.
because we just get dressed up. It'd be so random. I'd be like, I ain't my mama be like, you ain't even shaved yet. I'd be like, girl, but we need to go. We got 25 minutes. Well, let's put it on. It fit.
I
Let's
want to see.
go.
I'm trying to look at you and see what I feel like what your name should be when you dress like that. 'Cause I feel like you're gorgeous as a woman. Let me see. Have I seen you dressed?
You ain't saw it because
Do
you
you
ain't
dress?
never seen it. You ain't never seen me in full makeup because I don't do that. That ain't my
Okay.
gig. I
I'm
be full mustache, wig, thigh high boots,
no makeup.
hair on my leg, no makeup.
Okay. I listen. I ain't mad at that because listen, I feel like I fuck up your skin any goddamn way. Whatever.
Right. I'm putting on for the non-binary girls. You know what I'm saying? Flame Monroe is really no, we won't say that because I don't want to discredit
Flame Monroe
her identity. Flame Monroe identifies as trans, but like what Flame outwardly says that
is a
we
pick
is, I
me
am.
gay. I have to say it. You don't have to agree with this, and I can take this out. I promise you. But Flame is a pick me gay, in my opinion. She's a pick me gay. You know what that is?
I do.
Yeah. So you don't have to answer. You don't have to even respond to it. That's my opinion. Uh,
I know
and
people
and
feel that way.
and my opinion is not reflective of anything that Jalen White feels. So please let that be known. If I do decide to keep this in the video, that's just Keith's opinion.
Keep it.
Um, yeah. So
Keep
with
it
that,
number two.
so back to this game that we're supposed to be playing 30 minutes ago.
Back
So
to the
so
game.
this or that. Okay.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
So let's see. Do, 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 do. All right. Would you rather have a pet skunk or a pet possum?
A possum.
Yeah. You- you-
I've ran over both a skunk and a possum. Because both of them have to go at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But I would rather a possum. They have protective armor. They know what they are versus a skunk wants to be a pretty cat, but will fuck up everybody's world in a couple of seconds.
So you could look at the possum in the face and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Oh!
Uh-huh. Because a skunk looks like a
Oh,
pretty
I'm
like a
sorry.
pretty cat. But a skunk, if you stare at a skunk for too long, they're gonna spray.
But can you get that spray removed?
By tomato juice.
No,
Yes.
I'm saying like as far as like you know how you can get a venom removed from a snake. I wonder if you
Well,
can
I
get
don't
that.
know.
I wonder if you can get that removed from a skunk. So let's ask this: if you could get that removed from a skunk,
No,
really?
I don't want it.
Oh my god, possums
I
are
don't want
so
it.
scary.
I don't want it. Possums. Now, I've made sure I've run over a possum before, and if the city of Pasadena wants to follow up, I've done it. It violated me in my driveway, and I backed up over it.
Well, you got the home advantage, my friend. That's self defense.
It was self
That's
defense.
self
I was
defense.
nervous. It was hissing and shit. But I would rather look at it every day. It stood its ground. I like a bitch that'll stand their ground.
Not if you ugly. You like pick a struggler. Don't bitch. Don't be ugly and try to stand your ground, bitch. A bitch get mad at you, start yelling in your face. You be like, bitch, you scared me a little bit when you got that close. Hold on.
But I'm that bitch. I run into danger. So I be like,
Really? I
yelling.
run
I want to
from
get
it.
closer.
No. I'm
I want to get closer.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I went
That's
TSA.
that preacher's kid shit. That's that preacher's kid shit. That's that preacher's kid shit. I swear to God.
That's why I
I
want
s-
TS to make me one of her daughters because I'm that daughter at a windmill at a drop of a dime. You
I
said
will make
what?
sure I will make sure to send her this portion of the video.
No,
Hopefully,
send her. She be responding to my shit, but send her it because I want to be a child.
I would definitely do. I don't know how much of my opinion she would take away from that, but if I can ever help put you in front of anybody, you make sure you let me know. I don't really have like a huge Rolodex, but if I can ever put you in front of anybody, don't feel hesitant to reach out to me. You're not gonna be bothering me. I would do it. Okay, just know that, and I'll make sure that I send this out once it airs. Though, ain't nobody getting it before it airs. But
Okay.
but yeah, I definitely got you on that. And okay, so next question. Next question. So, do you prefer to live in Pasadena or LA?
Neither.
Okay, so where would you go? Where would you go?
Excuse me?
Where would you go?
If I have to stay in this side of town, it would be where I am currently. So we call it the IE, the Inland Empire, like that area.
Okay,
A lot of people are like, because it's cheap,
but
partially.
listen, this game ain't called this or that. This game is called this or
But
that.
I love being out here. That's where I am now. I love being
Uh-huh.
out here.
Is that that's LA though, right?
No, it's
Really?
considered to be the Riverside area. So from Pasadena, Pasadena is outside of LA. What I'm like 30 minutes outside of LA, if that,
Okay.
without traffic. And then so I'm like 45 minutes outside of Pasadena right now.
So you can't tell me which one you would choose between Pasadena or LA.
The IE, where I am now.
Where is that?
If I had to choose Pasadena,
Okay. So the IE, because you just confused the hell out of me. So the IE is not in Pasadena or LA.
no.
Okay, okay, got you. Okay. But if you had to choose between those two, it would be Pasadena, but you prefer out of that area, it's the IE area.
Yeah, I would rather go further out. Yes.
And, and you said it's cheaper there, like it's more affordable.
It is. It's more affordable. And then if you decide you want to pay that extra, you're definitely getting the amenities of what you pay for. If you decide you want to give more, like for example, let's say 2,400 in LA, right?
Mhm.
Like you get some nice things, but you might get like a really fancy studio for that. You know what I mean? Versus in the
Oh,
IE,
you mean like, oh, you might have a great pool and you might have
right?
parking and you might have a little playground or a dog park, but you gonna be paying for a
Right.
more
Or
private.
even for like let's start at the bottom of the
Yeah,
totem pole, like $1,200, $1,400, right?
yeah.
For rent, like you'll probably get like a really nice studio, some decent amenities, or you'll get a really nice space minus the amenities.
Fuck that.
You know
Listen,
what I mean?
I can't
In
handle this
LA
shit.
or in Pasadena, when we're talking about that price range for Pasadena, that's out. We're not even talking $1,200, $400. You need to go two and up to be in Pasadena. Me, I looked up, you know what I'm saying? Like I grew up in a house that my grandpa owned, and when my
Mhm.
grandpa died, I ended up inheriting that property. You know, so
Oh, wow.
I was just blessed in that situation.
Yeah.
But like if you're trying to move into Pasadena,
It's not gonna happen.
go to LA before or go to
So
surrounding
is
states.
that so do you live in the property now still?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's lit. I mean, not lit. Obviously, I don't want you to lose your granddaddy to get a house, but it's
He
lit.
gone.
It's lit that there was something left for you, and
There
so
was something left that over time I'll fix up. Like my mom was living in Palm Springs area and she just moved out with me. So like she lives with me and thus we're fixing
good.
up the house. I'm about to be married one of these days. So I'm
But the thing about that though, friend, let me tell you this: I don't know what cost of living. I mean, I know cost of living. I don't care. I've been seeing the smallest of houses in California be a
could
million
not,
plus. They be a million plus, friend.
honestly, I could not afford unless I just had like a really great job.
Yeah.
There's nowhere out here in which I could afford to live.
And
Like
I can understand that because even here in Arizona, it's probably nothing like California, but just for this one bedroom apartment that we live in, we pay 16, close to $1,600, and that's just for the rent. And so for me, I'm like, I'm sitting here like, I feel like as long as I live here in Arizona or anywhere out on this side of the world or country, I'm gonna be living above my means completely
No,
until I start
as you
making a
should. Because the closer you move this way, the more you have to compromise those things.
yeah,
The closer that you move to the IE area, you can kind of exist in that
yeah,
same kind of world. But and then it varies because a lot of people are moving out this way. So you might have to compromise on neighborhood quality.
yeah, opposed to the amenities.
Yeah. So
Okay, that
you
makes
can
sense.
still get like for that price, you might be able to get the good apartment or the good condo, townhouse, home or whatever, but it might be ghetto.
I'm about to move my ass back to motherfucking Kentucky,
Don't,
where $1,600 a month will have me living like motherfucking Beyonce and Jay-Z in that compound they live in.
don't.
No,
I I had
no,
a
I'm from no,
friend.
honestly, I hate to say this because Kentucky to me is a lot more convenient to the places that I would like to travel to, Atlanta, Texas, stuff like that, than where I'm from. Like rent there, like my last apartment in Kentucky was $510, and that was only because I had a dog. You know what I'm saying? Like 510. Then I moved out here. Now I'm paying what? I'll be out here shook every first of the month. I'll be like, "Ooh."
No, I really believe, honestly, for you, because I've been following you for a long time, even before you and I started interacting.
Mhm.
I really believe that you're going to transition beyond this point to like live shows and things like that. So I feel like you're going to start moving closer and closer and closer in you and Bay.
LA.
Yeah,
You think I'm
eventually
gonna end up being your neighbor, don't you? You think somebody
you might, you just might, you just
No,
might.
I'm gonna
I really see that for you.
I'm gonna accept that, and I appreciate that because normally it's me manifesting for others. So I appreciate you saying that for me, because I would love to see myself to move into spaces like that as well. That way I can keep getting people like you to come on and give your story and motivate other people. But again, we keep getting sidetracked, which is
You
probably
get
my damn
sidetracked.
fault. It's my fault. No, it's my fault. Me and this
It's my
grown
fault.
ass
I'm
hat.
drinking.
What up, huh?
I said I'm drinking. It's my fault. I'm on my Kim Zodiac.
I'm on my Claudia Jordan. I'm on.
I started to drink out of a pretty glass, but
Only reason I got this.
I feel like you drinking like a wine or a champagne.
No, so it says 2022 on there. I got it for the New Year's thing.
What are you drinking?
So this
You
is
gotta say the
Jack,
brand one.
Jack and ginger ale.
Oh, you better than me. I'm drinking Crown.
Crown, okay. I love me a good old Crown. I love them bags. You know, I had my boyfriend take his sewing machine. He made me a mask out of that Crown Royal bag, a purple one.
Please don't say that because my man has like a box full
Get
of
them,
Crown
get it,
Royal bags, and
get
when
it.
he wants to do something, when he wants a rug or something.
He can make like a tapestry.
Listen, connect us, because we will really set that up and he'll be sewing.
No, I'm saying no. My boyfriend can't make no tapestry. I'm saying your man can make a tapestry with his things. No, we ain't got that sewing machine no more. We ain't got that no more. That pandemic hit. I had to sell that bitch. Who was out here hungry? I was like, what? Sell that goddamn sewing machine that you only used once.
I was about to say, bust that shit out so I can show you what we got.
All right, friends. So next question is,
All right,
okay, so it seems as if our idols are somewhat
similar.
on the same level, but I think a lot different. And so I would have to ask this if, and we still playing this or that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say Monique or some more.
Monique. Yeah. Yeah. Even though I remember a lot of Samore's jokes, I remember Samore's stage material more than I remember Monique's stage material. But Monique has me sold. Like Monique is my bitch.
To me,
Yes.
I can't lie. Monique, I love her. She's a legend. She is a legend. But if I can be honest about it, and this is about you, because this is your this or that, but if I can throw my little 2 cents in,
Okay.
I feel like there's only so much of skinny bitches are evil. There's only so. I mean, honestly, she's been doing that same shit for 30 years. Like, I mean, I get it. Like, I don't know. Some more to me, her stage presence, her like the way she be like shit, like her joke, like her shit to me is just so much more like relatable. I think Monique, she's always kind of gone for that like big girl, big girl, big girl, big girl, big girl. And and then when she wasn't a big girl no more, then she was performing in the jail, and then like it was still big girl, big girl, big. I don't know, like
And then but she became a skinny bitch.
kind of.
You know what I mean? So her point of view right now is very funny. And her point of view comes from a space of like she's been canceled.
I
So
haven't
when
heard
I
her. I
say,
haven't heard. I haven't heard her since this whole
but that's
debacle.
but that's the
Yeah,
thing. Monique now is funnier than she's ever
I
been
would love to experience that. Then I would.
because
I believe that.
it's Monique. What she's giving now is Monique Baltimore. Monique was also one
Yeah,
of the first Black females
yeah.
to own a comedy
Comedy
club.
club.
She used to own a club and run a
Yep.
club. So I wish she still had that under her belt because that would only take her legend to a next level.
But she still
But
got it. It's still there. Period.
but she's joking from that point of view because now she don't got shit to lose.
Yeah,
Everybody said fuck her with Tyler Perry and Oprah and Netflix.
yeah.
Everybody was like, fuck you, hoe.
I
So
think
for
that does happen though. That's crazy.
so right now, she's just so unapologetic and she's not trying to
Be
like
politically
what I
correct.
do or what people like me do. They upload their sets and things like that. She don't give a fuck about none of that. She ain't
It's
oh shit.
I could actually see that because I don't know if you remember when B Simone ended up getting canceled due to some of her comments and stuff like that. And the
And the
one that
fact that she
got
was
her canceled.
recycling a self-help agenda.
So it was that. So it was that. Then there was another. Basically, there was a few things back to
I'm gonna
back
let
that
you
happened to
know.
her
Sorry.
all at once. So it was that. Then it was. Then they said she made some comments about transsexuals because she called them trannies. And then right after that, it was. She had said something. It was the 9 to 5 comment about like she wouldn't date a nigga that works a 9 to 5 job, and
But I
they
would. Amen.
canceled her ass for that. And it's so crazy that after her, she backs back, bounces back from the cancellation, and she's on tour with Martin and all this other stuff. One of her jokes now is, she might explain like, well, what I was saying was like, I need an entrepreneur with some more freedom, whatever, whatever. And guess what? I still ain't dating no nigga to work at Foot Locker. So it's more so like, it's still like, yeah, I get what y'all saying, but guess what? I still ain't dating no nigga to work. You know what I'm saying? So like, when you get canceled and
Good
like
comedy.
yeah, it's amazing. Some people are unable to be canceled. I cannot
No,
believe,
like for a real comedian, you can't cancel no real comedian.
man.
They'll
He,
never be able to cancel Dave Chappelle.
or Lil Boosie for whatever reason, I can't stand his motherfucking ass now. But he can't be canceled. It's so crazy because he
He
owns all his
can,
shit. He
but
owns all his stuff.
if I could lead the crowd to make sure that he got canceled, I would.
100%, 100
But
fucking
they can't
percent.
cancel his ass. I love a vampire. I love a bitch that got 9 lives. To a point where I adore. I won't say I adore, but I fucks with Lil Boosie because they can't get him out of here. And I don't know what it's going to. I don't know what controversy it'll take.
None.
But I love the fact that the nigga he pops back up right after the fact. Cause I got online, I talked about him. I did a whole little scoop where I was like, Lil Boosie wants that little bussy play.
Yes, he does.
The whole thing.
I
And
got
so,
Instagram almost blocked my ass for doing what I did.
oh, they ate me up. They ate me up. YouTube, I tried to upload it on YouTube. A lot of my content that I tried to upload on YouTube, they won't take. To a point where my content is so old. To a point
It don't
where
even make sense no more. It's like
I started uploading videos where I was 5 days into cosmetology school. Mind you, I'm about to graduate cosmetology,
And
so
that's 1,800 hours, right?
16.
16 in Cali? Wow. Well, every state's
But
different.
but the new law passed, so they're about to only require 1,000.
Really? Wow.
That just passed,
That's
so
actually really because I think back in Kentucky it's 1,800. So I mean,
yeah, y'all they get more information than we do. This new wave is going to miss out on a lot of like chemistry, science type
yeah.
of information. So
So that
you
I
won't
think I think
understand
as far as like
chemicals.
cosmetology, a lot of people aren't aware that's makeup, that's skin, that's hair, and that's nails. And I think
People when they think about hair, they only think about hairstyling. They
yeah,
don't think about the fact that you learn about like chemicals and shit like that and how they mix in components to like your
I
health.
got something that would surprise the shit out of you right now. I went to nail tech school.
You fuck me up. Why? Why? Because I hated that shit
No, so
so much.
listen, so listen. So the reason why I ended up going to nail tech school was because I had owed my regular college like $2,000 or something like that, and like I'm not really good at saving money like that. Like if it and like I can't like I can get the money and pay it, but like as far as like being able to save up 2,000 and still save and then do my I don't know about that shit. So at what
No.
not at that time anyway. So what I did was I found the quickest damn school program I could get into, and I went and got me a good old school check and went and paid my college off so I could go graduate.
So you can do nails.
No, no.
Not
I went to school. I can't do nails. Hell, I was calling them acrylacs for the first 3 damn months of the school.
acrylics, acrylics.
Give me them acrylacs, bro. All
Period.
right. Okay. So, would
Okay.
you prefer a broke man that's nice or a mean man that's rich?
A broke man, that's nice. That sounds crazy, but a broke man,
No,
that's
it
nice.
don't. It don't sound crazy. I'm just really trying to think about how I can make that work for me, as far so I can use this man for his money, but still find me a nice little man on the side or something. I don't know. Uh,
Only because I say this, a man can elevate
mhm.
as much as he wants to. So you can encourage
Yeah,
if you got that type of energy, you can encourage a man
you
to
got to
check
protect
out
your
some
peace.
more.
You got to protect your peace. At the end of the day, you can't be with no rude ass motherfucker just because they got money. Like that's not. That's not. That's
And you
not.
ain't gonna treat me like I'm on the track if I ain't
You
selling no
got them,
love.
and honestly, the ones with money, the ones who hold the purse strings, they typically have control over it. Like you got to be like, hey, can I have $1.62 so I can go get me a pack of Rellos? Like like what?
No, period.
Like no,
I rather you watch you become
yeah,
than because you're gonna be humble and you're gonna accept the fact. Hopefully, this is not a Tyler Perry movie.
right
So hopefully, you realize I've been down for you all this time. But you're not gonna already be established and then treat me like shit because you're established. I'm not gonna accept it.
at all. And I'll probably
Hell,
punch you in your
Daquan got
face.
good dick down by churches for free. You know what
You
I
know what?
mean? So
Agreed.
if
Agreed.
that's all I'm in for, then
I've
I just
always been. I was
fine.
told, which I don't take dick and I don't like dick, but I've always been told, don't get you some dick that's too good. You can't think straight. And typically, Daquan got that dick. Typically, Daquan's gonna have that dick that is gonna have your credit fucked up. Your mama ain't gonna be talking to you. Your kids ain't gonna be talking to
Daquan
you.
will steal out of your house and you don't realize he's stealing
No,
until you
Daquan
take
was
the
walk
moment
out
to
your
look
house with your shit in his hands, with your
around.
ass sitting there looking dead at his ass, and still not give a fuck. He'd be like, whatever. He come home to me. He gonna take my
Right.
shit. I love him. I love him.
You be like on everything Norris Harris a lot. Auntie, I love him.
I
Oh
love
my
him. I love him.
God.
You be sitting there watching that nigga walk out with your shit like this.
On everything.
You gonna break him back
Daquan
in?
make you forget he look good because he's wearing your interview sweater. You know what I
Man,
mean?
come
He
on.
look dressed up. He got on your shit. You know?
Would win a versus between Aretha or Whitney?
They not even on the same level.
Nope. You got to give me one. I don't listen. I could have said, Ariana and goddamn Pikachu. You got to choose one.
Well, I was gonna say, I know you're not gonna say Mariah because they're not even on the same. But
Yo, we ain't.
that's
I'm
what you
not.
did. That's what you did with Aretha and Whitney. When you talk
First
about
off,
their vocal ability,
it's
Whitney's on
different.
a whole another level. When you talk about
You know, Aretha.
then Aretha. When you talk about their vocal ability, Whitney is on a whole other level. When you talk about songwriting, their musical catalog, you
Yeah,
have to give Aretha her respect because Aretha. But when you talk about what they did as far as the charts and all
yeah,
that is concerned, you have to
yeah.
give Whitney her flowers. You also, at
Absolutely.
the same time, you have to give
No, because
Aretha.
I think when it comes down to the verses, I think facts are facts. You know what I'm saying? Like you could think one day all day long, oh, this person can out sing this person, this person. When it comes to hits, hits are hits. You know what I'm saying? And Whitney had hits. Like it is what it is. Aretha definitely had hits too, but I think Whitney hits, I feel like maybe stuck and lasted a little longer. I feel like Aretha,
You
I
have
feel
to
like this. Maybe
compare
Aretha
Aretha.
had more hits, but I feel like Whitney's hits stuck.
I'm a church baby. You have to compare Aretha's career and her success. You
Yeah.
have to compare her to like a famous gospel singer. So
Nope.
Mahalia Jackson is
No.
way above her, ahead of her time. But you have to consider people like the Hawkins family.
But listen, this is where the question don't get that deep though, friend, because this is a this or a that.
So
It's
Whitney.
no
And
catch, no attitude with me. Uh, what? No.
Whitney. It's Whitney.
Okay. You can't say nothing bad about Whitney, Beyonce, goddamn the other person whose name I will not say.
Suzanne is downstairs. I'm on my A game right
You know
now.
that other person whose name you can't say nothing bad about?
Beyonce.
No, I'm saying there's about three people who you can't say nothing about.
Well, Kamala just let us know we don't need to say nothing foul about Joe. She just
She
ate.
did just let us know that. But in the music industry, there's three of them. They can't say nothing about Whitney.
Period.
You can't say nothing about Beyonce. And that third one, I'm scared to say her name. Because her fans
Oh,
are
Nicki Minaj. I already
insane.
know. I already know.
Oh, you can't say nothing about that lady.
I already know. I said something about Nicki Minaj one time, but I didn't ever think I was gonna bounce back on the
Oh
internet.
my God. Listen, I literally want to go back through all my shit and like take out everything I've ever said about her.
They said Nicki Minaj's man can be a pedophile, a child molester, but because Nicki's married to him, nothing else matters.
At
Nicki
all.
was doing charity work and she was saving a generation from a generation. So
Nicki Minaj was stating that she was not doing any public performances and she wanted certain things. She didn't go to the AMAs or the Grammy, whatever that award show was, because she was scared for the safety of her child with COVID and stuff like that. And
but
then a
she was
few
out
days
there for
later,
the
we
next
seen
couple of
her
days.
in a purple wig and some purple leggings and some shit like that on a goddamn stage with her son on that stage with her. Never mind. I'm sorry. YouTube, don't flag me because I know y'all probably work with ass. I
Please
don't
don't
like that
cancel
hoe.
me. Y'all. I love Nicki. I
She's
love
the
Nicki.
most talented rap bitch there is, but I don't like her. I'm
And
sorry. I don't
please
like.
and please don't come to my Instagram trying to call me a
Come to mine. Come to mine. Cause
because
T.S. Madison told me I can't keep arguing with y'all niggas in the comments. I'ma hop straight in
no,
your
I want them
inbox
to
and
come
cuss
to
your
mine.
ass
I'm
out.
inviting them because what they usually call me when I talk about Nicki Minaj, I've been that and I've been doing that and I hope I've improved as a FAGGOT.
Man, look, when I tell you we was talking about that Boosie thing where they try to block you, when I said whatever I said about the baby, you know how many people got in my comments calling me
Oh,
FAGG.
I ate them up. The people who tried to eat me up, I
The
didn't give a
thing about it
fuck.
is though, I got blocked for that. So while they was hopping on my page calling me FAGG this, and I'm like, your mama's a whole bitch, I got blocked for that. So
Instagram tried to flag the video. Well, I took it down because I don't like that's another hair.
no, I feel
But I
you.
don't like the people that made the video for me. But I posted a video about Boosie and about the baby and stuff like that, and Instagram tried to take me down. But I
Yeah.
stood my guns, and Instagram eventually let
I
me
think it
have
was
my
the
moment.
fans. I think it was the fans. They were all I don't know what happened, but they was coming to my shit just report. Even shit that wasn't even like it could have been a picture of me just like report. Like what?
No, I knew that Instagram be on some other shit because I used to just try to upload me on my close friends in my underwear and shit like that, and they would take it down. And I'm like, damn.
It's because they done heard about you in these streets, friend. They know they done heard about you in these streets. They knew what was gonna happen. They knew, okay, cool. We let him upload his underwear. He gonna have his full asshole on here. No, I'm just playing.
I wish I didn't even get that far. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even give me the permission.
You are so stupid. I want you to let people know where they can find you. So obviously we got your Instagram down here. We got your beauty Instagram. Hold on.
She's up here. I'll just run back through it for you.
Right here. Okay, I
Yes.
couldn't find it. This is cameras. You know,
So
I couldn't
much. You can find me on my Instagram at Jaylin White LA as it is shown below. That's JAYLINWHITELA. Once again, that's JAYLINWHITELA. You can also find me on my hair Instagram at Beauty X Theory. That's BEAUTYXTHEORY. I had to spell that out while reading because I got to see it in English, but that's neither here nor there. And also, in addition to that, if you are in LA, I will be at the Federal Bar January 7th. The link is in my biography. If you follow
It will
me,
be in this bio too.
yes, and yes. I'm performing at the Federal January 7th. I'm really excited with some like up and coming, really popular comedians. So come and check me out. It's going to be a key. If you're in LA, January 7th.
I feel like I'm coming to that, friend.
Listen, if you out here, come out. We'll
I
do it.
will come. I feel like I want to come out there. Like I feel like I do. I will talk about that after this. All right. So, all right, y'all. So yeah, we've come to the end of the show. Like he said, you can make sure you go follow him at Beauty X Theory for his beauty page, and for his hair page, and then also go follow him on his personal Instagram at Jaylin White LA. He does, like he said, he does have that event on the 7th of January at what is the location again?
The Federal Bar, North
What
Hollywood.
time?
It starts at 8:00.
And what's the cover?
It's $15 cover.
Bring that ass.
No 2-drink minimum, so you bitches ain't gotta worry. Oh, I paid for your ticket. Now I gotta buy 2 drinks. No, drink because you feel like drinking. I'll be drunk as I am tonight.
Absolutely. We both kind of. That's why this show's been 2 hours long, y'all, because we both been over here drinking. So that's what it is. We wasn't gonna say nothing. I was gonna cut all that shit out, but look,
I was
whatever.
like, I'm worried. I done got you off track so much.
No, I loved it. This is magic.
Amen.
This is literally gold. Everything that we've captured here. I'm gonna make sure to send this to you too. All right. So, with that being said, y'all, the show has come to an end. And I know Jaylin is pretty familiar with me at this point, but I don't know if he knows the way that the show does end. So we are gonna go ahead and end this together. Although I can't wait till people know how it ends so they can say it with me. But here we go. Yesterday, damn drink.
That's that good. That's that good reefer.
Yeah, and drink. All right. All right. So, everybody, I want to thank my friend Jaylin White for coming here and being my 5th guest on this show. It has been my pleasure for having you here, man. And I cannot wait until you become an absolute fucking superstar, because I know that's what's gonna happen. And vice versa. And if you get on, put me on, and vice versa. You know how that goes. Support me, bitch. But yeah, so the way this show ends is we're gonna go ahead and get into it. So yesterday happened the way that it did. So today could happen the way that it should. Today happened the way that it did. So tomorrow could happen the way that it should. There's nothing that will be put in your path that our OnlyFans bag can't fix. And I want to thank all of y'all for tuning in to another episode of The Kid Chronicles.